Hello, welcome to Trisha's Cards and Crafts and our Fenfold Friday. And I'm going to make another Easter card today, and it's going to be a window card, and it is going to be a Fenfold. What I've got a half a sheet of A4, and I've scored and folded it in half to make my card base. And what I've done, I've drawn a line. I've put my ruler from corner to corner diagonally, and I've just drawn a line in the middle, and again from the other side, the opposite corner to corner, and I've drawn another line there so that I know where the center of my card is. And that is important because I'm going to be using my card and I'm going to cut out an egg shape from it, because I'm going to make an Easter card with an Easter egg on the front of it, or cut out of the front of it. I will need another piece that will be going on the inside, but the actual egg shape itself, the inside part of it, I'm going to be using as a layer, and then I'll be putting some white card on top that I will colour in, and this will open like that. And then I have another piece of white card, which is also half a sheet. It was half a sheet of A4, but I have cut off a quarter of an inch from the length and a quarter of an inch from the width of the card, and I folded it. I've scored it so it's 4 inches wide by 5 3/8, I think it is, long that way, and then I've scored it at 2 inches, and I've folded this flap back on itself, which is why the egg shape that I've cut out of there will go along the centre there. Okay, so that will be seen through my window. That's where the fold comes in, but it's also a bit of a fun card as well. So let's get on with it, and we'll get and do it. What I'm going to do is, when I do the die cutting, because I'm going to be using my machine, I can't use the mini cut and emboss because this is too wide to use to cut it with. So I will be doing it on my other machine, which is a bit noisy. So I will stop the recording just for that, and then I'll be back straight after to do the rest of the card. So let's get on with it. I'm going to place this over here like that, and I'm going to tape this down. I will only be cutting the one layer, not both layers. So I will be cutting that out when it's open like this. So that's another reason why I need my bigger machine to do that with. And I haven't got a big cut and emboss, I've only got the mini one. So I can put this out of the way for now, because I don't need that for the moment. And that's where we are. Right, I will be back in a moment, and I will have this aperture cut out. Okay, won't be a minute. Right, here we go, and I'm back. So this piece has been cut out here, so I can take my pieces of tape off, and I can pop so it's not put any decorative border on the outside, just on the inside of the egg like that, and that will fit inside, but I will actually do that in a bit. There we go, and there's a little bit of post-it note. There's my die that I've used. Right, I'm using, sorry, I should have said, my Excellent Eggs stamp set and die set bundle. I'm using the largest of the eggs because I'm using this larger stamp here because it's got the bunnies on, and I'm using Happy Easter, and there's no bunny like you. So I'm going to put that on the front, the Happy Easter on the front as well. So, and I'm using the little bunny on the inside with the sentiment there. Okay, and I might use that on the envelope as well, because I'm going to have to be using one of my, because I've got a coloured base, I will be using one of my Stampin' Up envelopes, if I can remember what I've done with them, but I will find one, don't worry, I've got plenty. I should have them lying around here somewhere. Anyway, let's get on with this. And I'm just going to rub out my pencil mark here. Well, not that side, the other side. So I don't need that there. It won't show anyway because I'm going to be sticking some white card over the top of it. But that's going to go like that. And this can go on the inside like that. So that will go there. And I will just stick this egg through the card onto the white piece once I'm ready, and it will go there like that. So that's what's going to happen. So let's get and do some stamping. So I need some more white card, which I thought I had here. Oh, that's got already. What have I done with that? Right, let me find another piece quick. I had a piece here. I know I did. Oh, there it is. I just moved everything out of the way. There we go. That's okay. Right, so I've got my scrap of white here, and I've got my stamp, and I'm going to, oops, move that out of the way. Use my Memento black ink. I'm going to ink up this stamp. If you can, it's always, I think it's better to try, I was always told it was better to take your ink to your stamp rather than the other way around. And with those pads, they're very hard. They're not like the ones on the stamps, the stamp pads that we get from Stampin' Up. They're quite spongy. So this is, there we go. These are quite hard, so it's much easier to use them that way as well. So I'm doing that there. There we go. So that's my egg. That's stamped. I'm going to colour that in a moment. I'm going to do, I've got a scrap of white card here, and I'm going to do my Happy Easter on here. And I'm going to put that on here like that. There we go. And I will cut that up in a bit. So that's stamped. And then this is opening up like that. And we're going to stamp our There's No Bunny Like You. Around about here, because my egg is going to cover that. And I will also stamp up my bunny and put him down here on the inside. So he will be under my flap as well. He will be hidden by the flap there. Okay, so that's all my stamping done, I think. Oh, the envelope. I gotta find an envelope. Should have. Where's my packs of envelopes gone? They're not where they should be. I've got no cards and envelopes there. What are these? There's envelopes. Here we go. Right, let's open a new pack, because I don't know where the other one's gone. 2 seconds, and I can stamp my bunny on the front of my envelope as well. Let's just get that open. Very stiff. These basic white C6 envelopes, they come in packs of 40. So they've got, oops, nice flaps on the back as well. So that's there, ready for me to use. So I'm going to put a little bunny. Where have I put my egg? Oh, there. Another bunny on my envelope as well. And I want him really to be over here, because otherwise he's looking off the envelope. So I'm going to have him here. There we go. So that's my envelope done as well. Now, let's do some colouring. And I might use, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to use some Sweet Sorbet Light for the flowers that are on. Now, I should be, no, I'm going to use that. The flowers. There's not many anyway. There we go. And some little ones here. Oops. And another bit there, I think. And some just there. There's lots of little flowers. I didn't realise there were so many. And I think that's all of those. Then I might use some Parakeet Party for the grass and the leaves. You know where that is because it's where all these funny little squiggles are. I'm using the dark Parakeet Party for this bit. There's lots of rabbits around here. There we go, so that's most of my green. I did think I might use some of the light just to go, you can't see a lot of difference. I was going to say to do, I'm not going right to the edges, I'm just filling in some more of the space, the white. And I missed some of the grass anyway, so just use this to fill in a bit more of the white. You don't need to see me colouring in, do you really? But that's what I'm doing. So let's carry on and get on with this quick. Get this finished. And I've hopefully missed all of the rabbits. And just, there we go, that's fine. And then I want some Pebble Path, which is what this one is, to colour in the stones, or whatever they are. I think they're probably pebbles or something. So it would be good to colour them in with Pebble Path. There. I'm only using the light. You could, if you want to spend more time colouring them in, that's fine. But I'm just going to colour those in like that. And I'm not worried about shading. And then I've got to colour my rabbit in. Now I would like to do it in crumb cake, but I don't think my crumb cake is not very good still. And I haven't been able to send for another one yet. So, whoops, come back. I've got this one, which is, oh, no, this is like crumb cake. That one's no good. I know definitely that's no good. So, let's see, what else have I got? Maybe this one. Which is SU600. I'm not quite sure what, they sell these. These are stamps stamps. These are blends that they have in sets. I think it's light, medium, fair and dark. They're for skin tones, but I think this would be nice for a rabbit. Let's just check it on some scrap paper first. Yeah, I think that would be okay. I'll just use this one. I'm not going to do blending or anything particularly, so I'm using this one. Hasn't been used before so I'm going to use the brush end, because this one is great because nobody else has used it before, and it's quite still quite nice and sharp, the point on it, so I can use this to colour my rabbits in without hopefully going over the lines too much. This is quite nice card because it doesn't seem to be bleeding either, which is great, because you don't want card that bleeds if you can help it. So, and I'm leaving all of the tails white, so I'm not going to be colouring in the tails of the rabbits, just their coats, their bodies. So this one here, if I had a darker one that I wanted to add, if they were in sets of light and dark, I would use a darker one to do some shading if I could, but as I'm not going to, because I don't know which other colours and I can't be searching for them now. So those are my rabbits coloured in there. I'm also going to colour in my rabbit here. There we go. And then I'll get my, if I can find it, I'll use this one maybe. What's this one going to be called? 700. Oh, so it should actually be very similar to that one. That's okay. I'm just going to do his ears with that one, and his nose maybe. Not going to worry about anything else. That's fine for me. I'm not doing the one on the envelope because, like I said before, the ink does tend to bleed, but it doesn't matter because that's going to be on the back of something else, and this is going to be backed onto that, so it doesn't matter that it's going to go through. Now I'm not going to use the die to cut this out, because this is a smaller one as well. Actually, I could use the smaller one, couldn't I? The next one down. Right, I will cut this quickly, just like that, because I can. And I will get my mini cut and emboss out, and I will cut this with the next size down. I think the middle-sized egg shape. Yay! Yes, we'll cut that out. Right, so let's put that over there like that. Make sure I get this lined up properly. See, slightly, a little bit of the line around, but not a lot, so it will be fine. So I'll put that onto there and get my mini cut and emboss out, my plates, cut those and open this out. I'm ready to go. Oops. On those. Take that. And put this through. There we go. And there's my die cut. I thought I was going to have to cut that one out by hand, but I don't have to. It has moved slightly, but I think it'll be fine. So So let's take these off. Now I've got 2 pieces, I think, just about, instead of 1. There we go. That off there. And there's my little rabbits running around. So that I'm going to stick on there. Actually, I think I might put that onto there with dimensionals. 1, 2, 3, because I can. 1, 2, 3. And I've used Lost Lagoon for the base of the card, just for you to, if you wanted to know what the colour was. And I probably would have used Tahitian Tide if I thought about it, or even the Sweet Sorbet, but it's fine as it is. So now we're going to put the card together properly, and we've got the insert. So this is going to go in like that with a little margin all the way around, and that then will go there like that. So first of all, we're going to stick this in, and I'm going to use my Tombow for this again, because it is a little bit thicker and I do want it to make sure that it's stuck in because of the flap and everything inside. I want to make sure it's nice and sturdy once it's stuck down and not going to come off. So that's going to go there like this. Put this there like that. And then I'm going to close this up, and I'm going to put some Tombow on my flap, if I can get it out, just here, around the inside of where my die cut will go back onto, but obviously I'm only doing half of it. I could have probably have put it onto my shape, but I'm not going to. And I'm going to put my egg shape back into the aperture that I made, and then that will open, and that now will fit exactly in the center of my card. So that will open like that. So that's that part of it done. It will go through if I wanted it to, so that it will stay closed as well. But we've got our last little bit, which is my Happy Easter, which I've got here. I'm going to cut this out, I think, with my, I'm going to do this. I'm going to cut you to about there, I think. Yeah, and I'm going to take a little bit off the top because I don't need it. I'm going to take it to there, just make sure that's straight, and take a little bit off the bottom, not much. So I'm going to make my strip to be 1 inch. So that is a 1 inch piece there, and then I'm going to get myself a small piece of, actually I could use this. I've got some of this foiled tartan foil specialty DSP, and that would just fit nicely. So I'm going to cut this at 1 1/4. I think that should be fine. Just have a piece of that, and that will then fit onto that nicely. I might have to trim this down a bit more because I want that to fit down here. So I might just have to trim it down a little bit more. I don't know. I think that would probably be all right as it is. just a little bit. Maybe just trim it down slightly, just 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So instead of being 1 1/4, I'll make it 1 and 1/8. And make that, instead of being whatever that is, 3-ish, make it that. Let's see if that's better. Yeah, that's nice and tidy on there. And that will be there. And just to finish it off, just to make it a bit more decoration, I don't know which one's this. This is satin ribbon, and I think it's soft succulent, but it's, no, I will use my, whoops, no, don't go everywhere. I've got some of this Lost Lagoon, what did they call it? Bordered ribbon, and it's 1/4 inch wide. So I'm going to use a strip of this, and I'll put that underneath my sentiment. I'll put that across to there, so I want to cut that about there. Turn it angle. And I think I might use some of this as well. And this came in a pack of 2. It came with the red. Oh, where's it gone? I saw it. It came in a pack with some red ribbon as well. I'm sure this is the one it came with. Yeah, real red and burlap ribbon combo pack. It's 2 different spools. There's 10 yards in total, so it's 5 yards of each. Yep. And the red ribbon was 1/4 inch, but I'm not using the red, and the burlap is 1/2 inch, so that will be nice. I want to cut that to be the same, so we'll have a double row of ribbon, and I want to cut that the same direction on this side. So got my ribbon cut. Don't know how there's red ink on there, but there is. Let's put those out of the way. So I'm going to use some, I'm not going to use that, I might, oh yes, we can use some of this, some tear and tape, and I'm going to put that onto my ribbon on both sides, tear that off, and also on the other side, because that I will then lay on top of my card rather than put it onto my card directly. Whoops. There we go. So I can put this on here now. So I'll just take the backing off here and put that down first. So there to there. And then take the backing off this piece. Hope it's stayed. They're behaving themselves today. Now I want those to go in the same direction, so I want that to be about there, and that's going to come over to there. So that's my ribbon stuck on. I'm going to stick this on here with Tombow. And then I will put, whoops, this on here, like that. We'll have a small border around it, and that will then go on dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I shouldn't have done it like that. 1 at the bottom. See if I can lift these off. No, they don't want to come off. 1 up there, because of the ribbon in the middle. That's going in the bin. And 1 more up here. There we go. So hopefully that will go either side of the ribbon. and it might just catch the ribbon as well, that's fine. So we've got Happy Easter. You put that in the centre and about there, so that should hopefully stick down nicely. If you'd wanted to, you could have decorated the front. Maybe I could have used some of this tartan foil over the top before I cut out the insert, but I didn't do that. But you could if you wanted to. So that's my my pop-out window or pop-up flap window card for Easter. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and maybe you'll have a go at doing a little window card yourself. It's quite an easy thing to do really, but it looks quite effective, and I think that somebody would quite enjoy having a card like that for Easter or any other occasion. It would be a nice birthday card as well. Thank you very much for joining me. If you want any of the things that I've used, any of the products, the Excellent Eggs bundle with the stamp set and the dies, or if you wanted any of the other things, the paper or the ribbons, you can get those from my online shop. If you want any of the dimensions again, just let me know and I will post them either in the comments or in the link below. I will be putting this onto my blog hopefully this week. I did manage to do my blog last week because things just overtook me, and things might get a little bit hectic this weekend as well, because I'm going out for lunch on Sunday, and then I'm not sure what I'm doing on Monday, but that'll be my birthday, so I've got to try and get everything done early if I can now. Thanks again for joining me, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.